pass the mic off to you, man. Like, what is new? What's going on in your life? Tell us about your podcast.
Yeah, I reached a point, I think, where I realized I finally found like what avenue of like the Catholic world I want to spend my time in. So my full-time job is being a pastoral associate for a parish in Buffalo. So I do a lot of like outreach, inreach, like generic pastoral care in a parish. And I love parish life. Like that's definitely like where my heart is.
Awesome.
But I wanted to find the balance between, I didn't want to be an insanely, I'm going to use political terms, but right-wing Catholic person, because I think there are some newer Vatican II things that have benefited the church. But I'm also just not going to piggyback on whatever the church says is gold, and we need to just accept it for what it is. And I think I'm working on finding
that human component.
That human component, that healthy median range. I've started on my next book, and I'm titling it Reclaiming the Basics.
Nice.
Because I think there's things that we can incorporate from the modern church, but just taking back very simple old school practices and putting it into the philosophical, cultural, economical lenses of society, and how like you can implement your faith and basics of the faith to increase the economic situation in the West, to fix the social political aspect of the West. And
beautiful.
That's kind of where I'm going. I want to be that median between, we can marry the two together.
Right. Yeah. Tradition isn't some like amberized, fossilized thing in the past that doesn't continue to develop, but at the same time, it's not something to reject.
Correct. Yeah. And I think tradition's good. All tradition's good, but I think you can look at it through like some of the newer discoveries, right? Benedict XVI wrote a motu proprio, always and everywhere. And he talked about like this concept of the new evangelization and how it changed from time to time. And you look at things like, well, look at the world, the blending of cultures and genders and religions because of global scale migration. Look at how the economic spheres change across the landscape of the 20th century, and how the church, the mission doesn't change, but we've inherited such great values. Like science has taught us so much in the church. And you look at when you blend in philosophy, psychiatry, psychology, and you can take those sciences and kind of work it into the faith, I think you can reclaim some basics of the faith truths that'll help bring things into a modern light.